Hi crafty friends, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. This is Denise. I'm Treasures of a Crafty Mind, and this is what my crafty mind has been up to. I hope you have been having a wonderful weekend. Today is Sunday, and I have some cards that I have been making, and I thought I would share just a few simple things that I have used today to make some fun cards. I hope you like them as much as I do. This is Craftspiration Collaboration Day, and if you have been using your crafty stash, then I hope this inspires you. That is what Craftspiration is all about, and this is an open collaboration, and I am usually here with my crafty bestie Leslie, and I hope that you are over there watching her videos. She's on a bit of a break right now, and I'm hoping that she's doing very well. I hope that you are all giving her a shout out and saying a prayer because she is she is on the mend and all of our prayers are helping. So thank you so much. So put it in your prayer chain, and I hope that um, everyone is doing well. That the weather got the weather changes and our kiddos get sick and we get sick. So I'm saying a prayer for all of us that we are going into the summer feeling good and healthy and strong. Now, let's do some fun crafting. All right, so today today shares and a tutorial because I want to show you how quick that you can make a card if you like this style of card that I've been on a crafty journey with making cards. And so I challenged myself to just pick out a few items from my stash that I had not played with. And so I have these Halloween stickers. And this is also kind of inspired by Robin M. Pitts with the um, collab that she's doing for Halloween. And I will do a hashtag for that for Halloween all year. Oh my gosh. I I know I should know the name of that collaboration, but um anyway, so I'm always inspired by Robin's gorgeous cards. So I've been trying to do more cards myself. So I went and I hit up some stencils in my stash. I ended up just using this one here, and I will show you where I did that. And then I found some embossing folders, dropping bits of paper. And I ended up not doing Christmas today, but I did find this star background. And then I found these, I don't know if you can see them, dragonflies. Okay, and so I ended up using those. And then I found these few dies, and then this die set here. And I believe this one came with one of my die cutting machines. Okay, I want to say Anna Griffin because it is gold. Okay, so I grabbed those and then some red and gold chrome or shiny cardstock. So I did that, and then I found this Happy Halloween paper pad I got from Temu last year or the year before, and as well as this one, and it is called Joyful. And I want to say this is kind of an alternative Christmas or even um, Valentine's background, so I decided to play with those. And then I also have a scrapbook weight paper scraps, and I used those to make coin envelopes instead of traditional envelopes for cards. I thought it would be fun to do parcel envelope style or coin envelope, I believe is what we call these. And the paper goes really well with these. I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, so with this card here, or all of the cards, I took the 11 by 8.5 inch. This happens to be 110-pound cardstock, and I cut it in half to make 2 cards. And these cards are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So a really nice size card. I don't know why I needed the ruler, but I did. You think that it would have been easy because, hello, I cut it in half. So, all right. So I cut and then folded in half. And for this one here, if you can see, I did the dragonfly embossing folder. And I could have even done a gold matting in the background and really layered it up. It's up to you. I tend to go for more quick and simple crafting. And I used the same dies with both of these cards. So you can see how nice they look, even though this is a Halloween paper with the Harlequin background, and this is more of a romantic background. I think it works great for both. And there are October birthdays, so I thought this was fun with the butterfly in the red and then the other bits in the gold, and I've even used red gems, really teeny tiny little red gemmies. This one I did the stenciling as well as a bit of washi tape and left it plain just like that. And I really love how this came out. Oh, and then I did one more leaf die to die cut that. And this one is the star background. I don't know if you can see it, but I like the texture, and it is stars, if you can see it. Okay, and then this one here, I went with a way more whimsical, romantic. I found this flower in my stash. I made this little yellow satin bow. I did not do any embossing, but I went crazy with the little sticky gemmies. And this one is plain. I can do stenciling if I want. And then here is a super cute Halloween card, and I use the stickers. Now these little chipboard pieces are from Trace Jolie Kit Club, and I won them. Or no, did I won a prize and used my, it was a cash prize, and I purchased these. And then I've used the black flat back jimmies. I didn't do any embossing. And then with this one, I have Enjoy Your Days. I thought that was kind of fun. And then this one is Everything Will Be Fine. And those are stamped. And then on the inside of this one, I used one more sticker. So all of these are just, just a few things that I had in my stash. And then the making the envelopes a little bit different, I thought was kind of fun. And so let me do a quick card with you today. Okay, first we are going to get our 8.5 by 11-inch 110-pound cardstock. And we are going to cut it in half. 5 1/4 because it's 11 inches. And I did not cut that in half. Oh my gosh. Ah, that's hilarious. Okay, let's see how long. That one's 5 1/4. Let's do that one 5 1/4. Why not? It doesn't matter. This is just a tutorial. All right, and I am going to, so now we have a 5 1/4 by 8 1/2. And I'm going to go right in the middle. Like so. And do the same with this one. And this is 110-pound cardstock, so really, really burnish it. It does not want to stay down. And then for these two cards, I'm going to use this paper. And to make it really, really simple, I am going to line up the paper where I want to place it. I'm going to make a mark on the top and bottom. And we're going to cut that. Let's do this one. And if you are here and listening to this video and watching it, I would really love it if you would leave me a pink heart emoji, and I will enter you in a giveaway to win these cards that I have created. Okay, so now let's get our paper cutter and line up those hash marks that we just made. And find the other one. Like so. And that's how it's going to look. So I'm going to grab my glue. I prefer to use wet glue because I am not perfect. And the glue I am using today is Barely Arts glue in my Nuvo bottle. And one of my cats played with it, and I had to cover up the hole with the paper. Oh my gosh. There we go. There is that card. And now I need to cut my piece for this one. Again, lining up the hash mark. Okay, and then for this next card, I'm going to use this Anna Griffin embossing folder. And then all the card makers will tell you, dampen your paper first. And not make a mess. Okay, clean that up. And line up where you want your paper, okay, and read all of the instructions on how your machine requires you to sandwich up everything for embossing folders. Okay, and there is the embossed one. I dried it a little bit, and when you glue it down, you won't be able to tell, but I just like the texture that it gives it, kind of a grungy look. And if you were wondering, the clear scraps I was using like a shim just to give me just a little bit more strength on this embossing folder, just to, you know, a good embossing. Okay, and now I am going to get all of my dies together that I want to use. Okay, that and that. And there is my leaf. All right, there we go. First, I'm going to die cut all one color. This is not a magnetic base, so I will use washi to hold all my pieces down. But I'm going to use just the two colors. Let's see what I can come up with. Okay. And then let's run that through our die cutting machine. Okay, I have my two cards already done, and then I have decided this time around that I have done the orange and a really pretty turquoise. And this blue turquoise color I got, it's a DCWV dark die cut with a view, and it is the foiled, and I've had this for quite a while. I just found it. It's called the cardstock stack. If you happen to find it, I believe I got this one from Amazon, or it could be scrapbook.com, but I really believe this one I got from Amazon. So I used that, and this one is a Recollections brand, also from Amazon, and I believe that is a Michaels. Is that, no, not Michaels? Is that Michaels? Anyway, it's Recollection brand, and so there is slightly this turquoise hue in the background, and I did not have any of the other colors, and I really wanted to use this cardstock. And since it's from the same paper pad, I know it's going to work. The red is in here, and so what we're going to do is decide which ones I want to do. Okay, and so we have that. The turquoise birthday is going to go over there. The red one's going to go over here, as well as the red leaves, turquoise leaves. And so all of the turquoise and the remaining of the red is going to go over here. So now I'm going to get my glue here. And I am doing this card, these cards. Where is the card? Just like this, where it's the same dies, but how they look different. You see what I mean? So, how neat, just by changing up the colors. It makes it really simple for card making. So, that's why I'm sharing it. I thought it worked really well. So, I'm going to glue this one on over here. Like so, right under the Schweppes soda. Let's move it over a bit. Okay. And then this one over here, we're going to use the turquoise one. And again, this is just simple ways to make cards that I am sharing. I am not an expert, but this works for me. And this one I'm going to put here. I'm trying not to cover up too much of the beautiful background. Okay. And, oh, there, come out. All right. And now we're going to do the red on this side. Are you new to card making? I'm not super advanced. I like very simple cards. I'm sure if I figured out how to do some more advanced stuff, I would do that. I love Sam Calcott, Simon Hurley, Gina Kay, Jennifer McGuire. I mean, there are amazing card makers. Vaughn Marie, Walter, if you are on Facebook and Instagram. Annie on my design team is, I believe, on the Brutus Monroe, Clear Scraps design team, and Judy from my Clear Scraps design team are on card design teams. I'm surrounded by amazing crafters, and I do enjoy making cards. So I hope I do them proud. All right. And then I want to shape my two flowers just a little bit. Oh, and let's get the birthday over here. Do you like to make flowers? Are you somebody that makes flowers? I like to make all the stuff. I love Prima flowers. I will splurge on Prima flowers, Prima paper. So many beautiful papers. It's so messy with the glue, but I prefer the glue. I'm not sure if it's because of my climate where I live in Northern California. It is high desert. And there we go. I'll get my tissue. So I don't get it all over my fingers. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to get my flower tool out. I had a problem with this flower, but I'm still going to use it. So I just need to be just a little bit careful with it. And just shape the flowers the way I want them. There we go. Bring that in. See, and you won't even, you can't, it can't even tell it's messed up. You won't even notice. Please don't notice. Oh my gosh, it's the end of May. We are going into June. We are halfway through 2026. It's actually been a very calm year for us here. At home, I have really nothing to complain about. There is so much more going on in the world that I pray every day for everyone going through something, because it's just the crazy world these days. Okay, and now this side, I'm going to get the larger hole, shaper. These are also for fondant, for cake baking. Isn't that funny how tools translate into different areas? And then the bigger one, now I'm just going to smash it in. That looks like a Venus flycatcher plant. There we go, like so. All right, now let me kind of make a spot here. Okay, so we have the red background going, right, how did I do that? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so, how did I do that? Right, okay, so the gold writing, I used the gold butterfly and the gold leaves. The red background, I used the red flower and the red filigree. Okay, there we go. And then the red butterfly. Turquoise filigree and turquoise leaf. And over here we want the red leaf and the turquoise flower, turquoise butterfly, red filigree. Okay, and that's what I'm sticking with. So I'm going to glue my two flower pieces together. And let's find a home for this. Let's put this one here. And here. Like so. And we want to put down our filigree piece, or boy, I don't know, script, like a, boy, what do we call this squiggly loopy line? This really pretty design. It's almost Celtic. And right in the center here. And then we have our leaf. And this one, I'm going to come in this way here. Because this card is a little bit smaller. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. All right, and then we want the butterfly. Let's put her right there. Okay, oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. I love that. Now let's do this one. First, let's do our flower. And I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to do the opposite. I just think it looks neat. My main goal is to not cover up too much of the cool background. You know what I mean? Because it bugs me to cover up too much of the paper. I envy those who can do all of the layering and just enjoy putting everything down. I'm over here going, oh my gosh, there's that pretty corset. I don't want to cover her. I don't want to cover her. So there we go. Now let's place our filigree. We want everything balanced. Or fleur, it even reminds me of a fleur de lis. Very French. Okay. Okay, I don't want to cover up their faces. How rude. I want to be rude. No rude crafting. Don't be rude. All right, and smoosh it down. Smoosh it and smoosh it and smoosh it. Because we have the embossing on this one here, okay? Now let's find a home for our leaves. Let's go up this time. And now we need a home for our butterfly. There we go. So, I mean, just changing things up a bit. And I don't want to cover her face up, so I'm actually going to put the butterfly this way this time, like so. And now we can add jemmies or any other kind of embellishments. I'm going to grab some jemmies. Okay, I have had this sheet of stick-on gems forever. I can't even remember where I got them from. But my personal preference is a craft knife. I really love this color here. So I'm going to use some of that color. And that one's kind of a rainbow iridescent. So now I'm going to come in here and get some more of this lavender pink here. And let's see, I'm going to put it right here. And I even see some of that pink. And let's see. I want another one of these rainbow ones. Try not to cut yourself. Be really careful. And one more. There we go. There's that card. Now let's work on this one here. And you know what? This one, I think I just want to use, gosh, I wished I had that kind of a bronzy color. Let's do black. Don't know why. Let's see how it goes. Oops. The whole idea with the jimmies is, and everything, is to get you looking all over the card, you know? Let's use a couple tiny ones here too. And odd numbers work better. Don't tell me why, or I can't tell you why. Can someone tell me why? All right. There we go. So thank you. Oh my gosh, so much for joining me today for this crafty time. And here is the embossed card, not embossed, but the same dies, same paper pad. You know, it's all from the same paper pad, so they're meant to go together. But same dies and just two different colors. And here's this one and this one. Oh my gosh, they all look so different. And then again, here's the Halloween one. And then here is this one with the bow and everything. And now all we have to do is make envelopes. Okay, so now we are going to make these parcel envelope or coin envelope style envelopes for our cards. Not traditional way of making envelopes for cards, but they work. I just think they're so neat looking. Love how they look. And so really simple. Let's see. Let's use this one here for this one. Okay, and I'm going to use the plain side to show you. You decide where you want it. I've made these before. I have another tutorial on coin envelopes. Just go as straight as you can. If you line your paper up to the sides, it's going to be straight. Okay. All right. There's our first line. And give yourself a little bit room because these are chunky cards. Okay. So you want to give yourself a good quarter of an inch on each side. Line it up. Okay. See? All right. There we go. And now we want to do the flap. Okay, and you can see there's what we have inside. Plenty of room. It'll be nice and comfy in there. And so now you want to really set your lines. Get a bone folder if you have to. And grab scissors because we are going to be cutting. How easy is this, huh? Don't need even a scoreboard, but we do need scissors, so let's get our scissors. Okay, leave your center. Come inside the line here just a little bit and cut up to that score line. Now on this side, you slightly miter it, okay? And now we're going to cut this side off just above that line as straight as you can to the score mark. Now let's get rid of this one here. And get rid of that square completely. And I think just slightly mitering the top and bottom flaps looks really nice. Okay, now the other side. Always harder doing a tutorial. You can cut these all day long and not have a problem, but the second I'm recording, oh no, this one we cut inside, sorry, inside the line. It's going away, so it doesn't matter if you made a mistake. There we go. And now inside the line, and get rid of this one. All right, and we're going to do the same for the other one, for the other card, okay? Okay, and now this one, let's just make it a little bit smaller flap at the bottom. And come up a bit. One side over. And the other side. Okay. And now we want to do the top. See? Lots of room on all four sides. This one, though, is going to look a little bit different. Let's burnish everything up really good so you can see where we're cutting. Bone folder or a old debit credit card works really good too. Just don't show your numbers if you do a video. There we go. Percy serenading. All right, get your scissors. Miter the dot, the very bottom flap. Percy, Mr. Percy. And cut. Now cut the other side. And now we want to cut this square off here. Completely. And slightly miter. And now straight across and get rid of that one there. All right, now we have our two envelopes, two folders. Words are hard. Okay, let's get our glue. And you can even use a corner chomper on the top. Okay, and it doesn't matter, it's up to you how you want to fold them over. And if you want it to meet up, I do, so I'm going to cut some more. Like so. And I'm going to glue each side. And there we go. And now we're going to glue the flap on the bottom. And that's it. We are done. There's that one. Isn't that pretty? And now let's do the other one. This one I made a longer flap, and again I will cut the top here so it matches up. Okay. And again, each side. Percy. Oh my gosh, my opera cat. And glue that down. Make sure you don't glue this shut at the bottom here, or your card won't fit. Make sure I don't have glue there. And, oh, I didn't chomp the corners on this one, so let's go ahead and do that. Now we glue the flap. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. And then the top stays open. And there's our card. Like so. All done. All right. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for joining me today for this crafty fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure enjoyed sharing this with you. Here's my other envelopes. There's that one. That one. Now there's that one. That one. And my cards. I love them. So much fun. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. This is Denise AbateSmith on Treasures of a Crafty Mind, and these are my new treasures, and I will see you next time. Bye for now. Love you bunches.